Hello and welcome back, and a happy new year to everybody. My apologies, I didn't post much in the autumn and much before Christmas. I actually made some videos, but with life and general other things, I never got round to edit the footage and put it up. Even my rubbishy little videos, you have to edit them and cut a lot out. So my apologies, I didn't put a lot on of the run up to Christmas and even in the later autumn period. There wasn't a lot going on. I'm back on the allotment, and obviously it's now early January, and one feels, although at the moment we're having some quite hard frosts, it's here we haven't had. I mean, last night it was -1. I think at dawn it actually got down to about -2 here last night, to be fair, and they speak of probably -3 or 4 tonight, which is good, as I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, I'm back on the allotment. I'd like to wish everybody, all the people that come and look at these daft little videos, a very happy new year. I hope you had a great Christmas. In the run up to Christmas, and really right from the middle of October, well, to be honest, from the end of September here, it turned extremely wet. And time was very limited. I was also doing other jobs. I think I did say in a video I was doing some DIY at home, which took a lot of time, and there wasn't a lot to see, and so anyway, I'm back on the allotment, and I thought you'd fill you in. I hope this year I'm going to have a whole full season, and I'll explain in a minute or two. I'll turn the camera around. It's very sunny, so I hope you can see me. I'm right here facing the sun. It's wonderful. Although it's cold, I've just been turning a little bit more over with the fork, and I've got really warmed up doing that. So yeah, I'll turn the camera around and show you. Really, ever since I last made a video here, and that was quite a few weeks ago when I posted a video from here now. I have started right from the top, right up from my compost heap up there, and perhaps we can. I'm still learning about this camera. There we go. I can zoom in a little bit. Yeah, right up from there by my compost heap. I started working my way back. There again, not really what I call. Certainly not single or even double digging, but getting in a really good fork depth down, and I mean probably a 1.5 depth down, and bringing the soil up, and I found I've removed an awful more lot of bindweed doing that, and I have now come right down. I'm right on the bottom of the plot here. You'll see hopefully my fork there, and I've got right down to the bottom here. I have done that side over there, down from the leaks down to the bottom once, but I want to go back over that. It'll probably be a tad wet because that had been forked over several times, and that absorbs a lot more water. And but I'm going to try and go over that because that was a particularly bad. This bottom end was where the bindweed was particularly bad last summer, from when it came. My bindweed starts to grow in about early May to the middle of May, and obviously that's when I started to notice it. Basically as soon as I'd taken the plot, by June I realised what I'd got to deal with, kind of thing. So yeah, I've really had a good go at it. I've turned the whole plot over, apart from where the leeks are and where the strawberries are, right from the top right down, and obviously as you can see, hopefully, I don't know whether you'll see that with it focus. That is some of the bindweed from the leeks back up. Now, I would even consider now bringing my small rotavator and cultivating that. Obviously, to get some nice seed beds and get that going in the spring, which I hope to do. And hope to cover that in some videos and show you what I'm going to grow. Hopefully a bit more less haphazard this year, and I've got a bit more of a plan to go at. And we still haven't. They've let us down a little bit here, and it's a little bit of a worry. We still haven't got the permanent water supply on. They promised this was going to be done at the end of the cricket season. It was going to be brought down from the village hall. And I still think, sadly, they haven't got the funds to do it. They they went ahead and didn't really think this through, and then started getting some prices and told us this was going to happen. And when they got the prices, I had a bit of a shock how much it's going to cost. But we have got a bit of an action plan amongst us. We're not going to let this lie. We were promised, we took these allotments on with a guarantee of water tanks that would automatically fill up and be there for everybody to use when they like. So we're certainly going to push them on this, even if we come up with a plan that, some of us get together and we do some of this work ourselves to get the water here. That's not been broached really yet, but it's an idea that some of us are thinking about. So yeah, that's the idea, and I've really gone at it, as you can see. I've got I don't know if you can see it, I've got a very tame blackbird. I've been feeding him worms. He comes virtually right up to me and takes them out of my hand, which is nice because there can't be a lot of food, although it's not far from the village. He'd probably go and find some. Yeah. My leeks look a bit sorry with the frost, but I've had some of those. I've harvested some of those now. There's my shallots and summer onions that I set, or winter spring onions that, with some of the first onions. They're doing okay. They've all come up, and I'm quite pleased with those. It's been so wet. I'm amazed they've survived, really. And yeah, so all this has been, as I say, dug, forked over, all by hand. My strawberries, they look all right. I was given a huge quantity of free daffodils very late on, really late on, round about just before Christmas Day this was. And so I planted in this bit at the top here, and I thought, well, I could always cut some and take some home. I planted a big clump of daffodils there, and just because I'd got so many, I didn't know what to do with them. And there we go. That's the whole plot looking down from the top, and so I'm really pleased with how it's looking. There again, I've not sort of killed myself. I've come up here for an hour or two every day. I feel it's good exercise. It gets you out. Some days it's been hideous. The wind's been blowing, and I've had to abort it because it's come on to lash down with rain. But I really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping for really good things this year with the allotment, and I hope you'll come and follow along and see how it goes. There'll be probably some good things, some disasters like everybody has in gardening, and so yeah. So this has just been rough forked over. This bit of ground has never grown nothing, and I hadn't really just here at this this top here where we're looking down, not now where you can see my shadow. This hadn't really grown anything, so it's had a really good, fork upwards, because as I've said before, this soil is so panned. It is so hard. I was talking to a guy further up. He came and he was doing a little bit of forking, and he said, "Is yours hard underneath?" I said, "Yes, it really is." He said, "Well, mine is." I said, "Well, it's been compacted for over 40 years. And when they infilled this as a quarry, it had one of those huge, great Volvo rollers on it, even to level it all down before they set it with grass. And it was a grazing field for cattle for the estate of Castle Ashby, as I think I've said before. So it has been very, very compacted over the years. But yeah, it's coming on really well. I'm delighted. So apologies, my videos have been a bit thin on the ground, but I'm not going to start making videos up for the sake of videos kind of thing. I like to have a video to show you what I've been doing and what's actually been happening. And I hope you'll come back and join me over the season, and I shall certainly be putting a video out later this month again, and then probably quite a few more on into February, and then hopefully March I shall start like an allotment diary, probably one video a week certainly, or probably 2 videos a week of up here and what I'm doing, how I do it. That's not to say that's how everybody does it by any means, and we'll see how it goes. But as always, my very best wishes to you all. Hope wherever you are in the world you're having some good gardening and some good weather, and that winter isn't too bad for you, and I'll catch up with you very soon. Until then, bye for now.